tryouts a little bit before school actually starts, and you don't need any riding experience at all. I started riding when I joined the team, so it's really for everybody and anybody who wants to try out. And then in terms of what we look at tryouts, we look at your ability to take direction, your ability to learn, and your overall attitude for how you approach being around horses and taking direction and things like that.
When I joined the team, I had little to no horse experience. I had ridden horses a couple times before, but I didn't know much of anything, and I've been riding for 3 years now, and it's been an amazing experience. And I think that the IHSA and that team riding setup has been just absolutely essential to my growth and learning as a horse person. Being able to talk to and learn from my peers, people that are, even people that are younger than me that join the team after I am, just know so much about horses. And, whenever I have any questions about horses, about riding, about life in general, there's this huge support system that I'm able to go to.
We have about 30 people try out, and then about five, 6 make the team, maybe about.
Yeah, depending. Some years we're able to take more, but sometimes we don't have a very big group of graduating seniors, or if they've graduated from weird divisions. I will post updates on the team Instagram leading up to it so that people know where to sign up, what meeting to come to beforehand, that kind of stuff.
We get 2 shows in the fall season, and then 2 regular season shows in the spring season. And then we'll qualify for, our individual riders will qualify for regionals and then zones. So we get those 4 shows to, really solidify ourselves for postseason. And then we obviously practice a lot in between, and lessons continue whether we're showing or not. But right now you have 8 semesters of undergraduate eligibility. So as long as you're an undergraduate full-time student, you can compete in IHSA. Outside of that, though, you're not eligible if you're a graduate student or if you're not.
The show will even start. There's generally a coaches meeting, so all of the coaches get together and meet, and generally the president and captain also attend. And then after the coaches meeting, warm-ups generally start, and people who are not showing will warm up the horses. Everybody who is competing gets a chance to watch each horse and take notes. And then in the mornings, we will have all of our over fences classes run. And then generally in the afternoon, all of the flat courses run. And it's really cool. And in between there, if there's a change in horses that are supposed to be showing over fences or on the flat, they will generally warm those horses up in between.
We get a lot of different kinds of breeds. I always end up with ponies because I'm short, and so I always draw the ponies. Me too. But I have no issue with that. I love riding ponies. So we could be riding anything from a young horse that might not have as much experience to a school horse that's been around the game for a while. You just got to be adjustable. Okay. Kind of rider to be able to just adapt like that. So it's definitely a lot more focused on the you as a rider rather than in training. When you have your own horse, it's a lot of how you work with your horse and a lot of things about training your horse. So it's mostly just centered on you and how you can be a nice, effective rider and just ride anything that's thrown at you. Something that Andy's also really good at is knowing what each rider needs in terms of support. So we have riders who she can basically just say anything and they'll just be okay, whatever. And then we have some people who are a little bit more sensitive and need a little bit more of the nurturing guidance. Yeah. And she's really, really good at figuring out how each of us respond to feedback. Absolutely.
We do a really good job of bringing together people that actually really are good people. I think I love the team. We're all super great people. We're all there for the horses. The coaches are awesome. They're really motivated for our success.
Yeah.
And they're super, they don't ever push us out of our comfort zone. They always know exactly what they're doing. They're very smart about the team.
Oh my
they
God.
are
Andy is a strategic mastermind.
She always knows what she's doing. Definitely, it's kind of a matter of confidence.
Oh yeah.
You gotta make sure you're feeling confident. I think the horses can usually tell too, and also not forgetting that you can ride.
because you
Oh,
can ride
true.
usually.
Yeah.
And I know the show ring can bring a lot of pressure for some people. It definitely did for me for a little while.
Mhm.
I would get a little nervous in the show ring.
Yeah.
You know, it's obviously it's a little hard just getting on a horse that you've never
Yeah.
ridden before. But I mean, that's the only way to make it fair
Mhm.
for the rest
Yeah.
of the colleges. And I don't know. I think I've done a really good job about like just remembering to be confident in the ring, and then usually it goes well. And sometimes, you know, you can't really ride to win. Sometimes you just have to ride for the horse, and that's totally okay. And I've become okay with that too. Like, it's totally fine. Like, I'd rather have a good round and know I rode for the comfortability of the horse than try and like push that extra mile to win and possibly put a horse in like an uncomfortable
And
situation.
a lot of times that's still what gets you a good place anyway.
Oh, yeah.
If the judge can tell that you're working really with the horse instead of like trying to fix things and muscle through.
Yeah.
Because that's really what matters in IHSA.
Yeah.